What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about exactly how to sell your home quickly. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, this is going to be a little bit different than what I normally talk about. I usually talk about relocating here to Utah, but in this one, I'm going to cover how you can sell your home fast here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and get the top dollar for your house as well. Now, this information that I'm going to cover here in the video, you can use this whether you're hiring an agent or you're trying to sell your home on your own. This information is going to pertain whether you do either one. So just make sure to take these tips into heart and make sure that you know exactly what you need to do to be able to sell your home quickly and sell it for top dollar. So without further ado, let's just jump right into things. And the first thing I want to talk about is prepping your home. Getting your home ready for sale is obviously going to bring you the top dollar for your home. If you just need to get your house on the market tomorrow, you don't necessarily have to do this. You don't have to, make time for this. But if you want to get that top dollar, then this is something you're going to want to do. You definitely want to declutter your home. You want to try painting, especially around door trims or the deck. You also want to try to clean off the kitchen counter as much as possible. Put away the coffee maker, put away the toaster, put away the blender, whatever you might have on the kitchen counter. Try to put that stuff away and replace it with some type of decoration. Maybe it's a holiday decoration or something to make it look really presentable. Last but not least, of course, you want to try and clean as much as possible. Get rid of stuff that's on the floor, get rid of stuff that's maybe on the walls that makes it look really cluttered. Make sure you've got neutral colors on the paint and make sure that it's as clean as possible. That's the thing that people want to see when they walk into a home. They want to see that it's been taken care of, that it's clean, it's got good smells. Those are the things that people are looking for when they walk in a home and decide if they want to live there or not. Basically, you want to set it up so that if you were the one walking into that home, that you would sit there and say, this feels really nice. I want to live here. Now, if you're doing this on your own, this might be a little bit difficult, but if you're hiring an agent, a good agent should be able to help you figure out how to do this exactly and how to set up your house and stage it in a way that's going to be able to sell your home quickly and for that top dollar. Next up, this is probably one of the most important parts of this whole entire process, and it doesn't cost that much, but people skimp on it all the time. You need to take really good photos of your home and maybe even a high quality video of your home as well. This is something that you can get done for anywhere from $100 to $200 if you're doing it on your own, and it's going to massively change the way that people look at your house and approach it. If you get the right photos taken on your home, it's going to attract more people to get in the door who might actually be in a position where they want to make an offer on your home. Well, if you can get more offers, you're going to be able to sell your home quicker and for more money. So please, 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 please do not skimp on just spending the $100 to $200 that it takes for photos. Whether you're selling a $500,000 house, an $800,000 house, or $1 million house, you need to have good photos. This is absolutely something that you cannot skip. If you're hiring an agent, a lot of these agents will cover the cost of those photos for you, so you don't have to worry about paying that because the agent's going to take care of it and include it in the commission that you're going to pay to that agent. So that's one of the things you kind of get for free as part of hiring a good agent. If you're also hiring a good agent like myself, you're going to get video on your house as well. I do a lot of home tours on the listings that I have, highlighting why somebody would want to live there, and it really makes this property shine. It really shows people, hey, I'm willing to go above and beyond to get your home sold, and the more people we can get in the door, the higher chance we have of getting that top dollar offer. Next up, you're going to want to look at what the value of your home actually is. Pricing your home correctly is one of the most important things you can do. The thing that you have to remember is that whether a home sells or not, it always comes down to price. If the price is low enough, somebody will buy the house. If the price is too high, nobody's going to buy the house. So you kind of have to find that middle ground, right? You don't want to be too high. You don't want to be too low. If you're too low, you're going to leave money on the table. You might get a lot of offers and you might get it bid up, but most times you're still going to leave money on the table. If you're too high, you're going to sit on the market for weeks or potentially months. If your house sits on the market for that long, people are going to look at it and say, okay, well, this house looks really nice, but it hasn't sold. What's going on? What's wrong with this house? And that's going to negatively impact you and your ability to sell the home. So you need to make sure that you look at what other homes are selling for and know how to make adjustments. Now, this can be really difficult if you're not a trained real estate professional because there's a lot of nuances that go into this. There's going to be different factors that can play a major role in what your home will actually sell for. Of course, it could be the age of your home, how nice it is, how big it is, but there's a lot of other things that really play into it. It could be what side of the street you're on. It could be, is your square footage above ground or below ground? It could be, do you have a view or not? These are all things that that are going to come into play when trying to decide the price on your home. This might be the difference of trying to sell your home at $750,000 versus $800,000. You don't want to leave that extra $50,000 on the table because you missed something and you didn't take it into account when pricing your home. There's also going to be different strategies of selling your home. Like we talked about, if you price your home really high, you might not get a ton of activity on it in the first little bit. A lot of people say, well, let's just price it high and see if somebody's willing to pay for it, and we can just negotiate down if we need to. Well, a lot of times you end up taking a lower offer than you would have if you had just priced it correctly from the beginning. I know that people aren't going to believe me when I say this, but it's absolutely true. The statistics around this don't lie. If you price your home correctly and get as many people in there as possible, this will give you the best chance of selling your home quickly and for that top dollar. You have to get people into the house, get them interested, and hopefully, you know, as the seller, you want them to bid against each other. You want one to offer $750, and then you say, hey, we've got an offer at $750. Can you beat that? And you go back, and then the next person's going to offer $760, and then $770, and who knows, maybe you end up at $784 on the sales price of your home. This is going to be much better than starting at $800 and then dropping the price, negotiating down, and only selling for $750. So make sure to really analyze this in depth, figure out what the best strategy is. And of course, if you're hiring a real estate professional, they're going to be able to help give you advice on what strategy is best for you and what will make the most sense for your situation and what will make sense for your house specifically. Now, the last thing that I recommend you should do when trying to sell your home quickly and for top dollar is be flexible on showings and be transparent. A lot of people think that the negotiations around selling real estate is kind of being secretive, not really telling people what's going on or beating around the bush a little bit. That's not what you want to do. In my opinion, you actually want to be really transparent. You want to tell potential buyers what you're looking for in an offer. You want to tell them what price you're looking for, how quickly you want to close, how much of a deposit you want. I think that having more transparency in the offer process will help you get the highest offer. This comes into play especially when you have multiple offers on a home. If you've got multiple offers on a house, this really, you know, as the seller, or my job as a seller's agent, is to get the highest price for you and your home, right? So you can maximize how much you're getting out of it. Well, a lot of this comes into play when I might say, hey, buyer number one, your offer is great, but buyer number two has a little bit better offer right here. Can you match that or can you beat it, right? And, you know, I don't know, maybe people think it sounds dirty, but that's really how the best negotiations are done, is by being open and transparent and seeing who's the most committed to pay the top dollar for that house. I think this is the way that negotiations should be done. It's a very fine art and something that can be hard to do. The other thing about selling your house on your own is that a lot of times you as the homeowner can get really emotional about the process because it's your home. You think your house is amazing. You think everybody would want to live there. And sometimes that's just not true, right? Having a real estate professional on your side to kind of keep you in check and keep you realistic about the situation can really help and will actually a lot of times get you a higher price because you're going to be able to disconnect from that emotional aspect of it. Sometimes getting too emotional about the property can really affect you. I've had this happen to me when I bought and sold a couple of rental properties, and sometimes the emotions can kind of get in the way because it's your money, it's your house, it's your property, and that can be something that's a little bit difficult. So just something to kind of keep in mind there as we wrap up this video. Now that I've covered a lot of information about how to sell your home quickly and for top dollar, if you're still having questions about this process or you need some help and you want to hire an agent to do this process for you, my information will be here on the screen and it's also going to be in the description box below. Reach out to me. I'd be happy to have a free call with you. There's no obligation to work with me. I would just be happy to help you in your goal of selling your home quickly and for top dollar. I love having these conversations with people, and I'd love to be that person that you would consider working with. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about what it's like to live, work, eat, sleep, and play here in Salt Lake City, and how to buy a house or even sell a house just like this video. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.